Welcome to Coaching Uncut, a special series on the Unstoppable Woman podcast, where I take you behind the scenes and give you a peek into the private coaching I do with my clients. All of these coaching calls have been recorded with the permission from my clients who have generously allowed me to share these with you as a way of helping more people in this world. They give you access to master level coaching and the opportunity to learn the lessons that they're learning right along with them. Please keep in mind that these recordings are not studio productions and the audio quality may be less than ideal, but the content will take you far and help you become unstoppable. With that, listen in and learn. Good morning. How are you, Shannon?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. Okay, we just spoke yesterday. Where did we leave off? You had a lot going on. You had some good sales. Did you have more sales conversations yesterday? Are there different numbers to report?
There are different numbers to report. If you give me 1 second, let me step back over here. So right now we are just on the cusp of the halfway mark to the $100,000 goal. We are at just north of 49,000.
49,000. I was going to say those are big difference.
Yes.
That's a big difference there.
Zero. Yes. I do know today we should be bringing in about another 7,000 in signings. In addition, there's a handful of people whose cards needed to be updated for their annual renewal. So we're supposed to be reaching out to do that today. My team member, among everything else he's doing on the maintenance plan stuff today. I did.
What are you expecting on the maintenance plan?
For the auto renewals, I'm expecting another. Well, for the auto renewal ones, we should be getting in about another 6 to 7, and then I'm still awaiting probably about another, 20 to 25,000 for the purposes of the persons that weren't auto renewal. They're supposed to be mailing in manual checks or credit cards, so that's part of a follow up that needs to be traced. But the problem is, my one person has that availability. I don't want her calling simply because she has a thicker accent than I necessarily want to cause the frustration to my clients with.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have her doing other tasks for me, including, I do have her calling 3 associate attorney applicants today to do. I gave her a script of 16 questions for do an initial telephone interview with 3 applicants. We'll see if there's any gold in there. For the associate attorney position, these are persons that I actually reviewed who had applied, and of those that applied, 3 of them caught my attention as potential.
Okay, this is great.
I haven't had time to,
When I look at your numbers and I add them up quickly, you're very close. You're at 82,000.
Yeah.
If you are at the 20, you said 20 to 25, so it's 82 to 87,000 roughly. So that's great. So you're going to make your number. I love it.
I will make my number. Yes, I will.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Which is good because, like, right now, all my mid-month bills are paid, including all outstanding invoices have been paid, and I'm still sitting with $27,000 in the bank right now to go towards first of the month bills. So that makes me feel, a sigh of relief. So definitely.
Okay, so let's take a moment to lock that in. You were, before Mexico, kind of nervous, right, about your cash flow situation. And we had a conversation about stepping back. Do you have enough to do what you need to do? All of this stuff, because the fear, the doubt, the worry, they don't help. Okay. The only way they help, and we get a little bit addicted to this, is
they build some urgency and get us activated, okay? But when they tip over a line, and everyone has a different line there, but when they tip over a line and it's past that urgency, oh, I need to pay attention to this. I need to look at this. This is not how I want it, right? Then it becomes diminishing returns. It's not effective. It's throwing you into the lack of effectiveness energy, and it's coming through in your sales calls and all of that. So the best thing that happened to you is going away to Mexico and having a reset on that, okay? And now you're back in it. So I just want you to like recognize that for the future. Make sense?
Certainly does, yes.
Okay. What else? What else do you need help with today or would like to discuss?
I'm trying to figure out how to prioritize. I have a team member that doesn't know how to prioritize. And we'll get he's my front office guy, so he's not used to being in an office environment anyway. I get that. One of the things I was just briefly chatting with him about is I have, like focusers, and I'm like, I think that you need to start working. I go, either you need to start working on focusers or you need to do something similar like the other team members do about always walking around with your notebook, and you're always in your notebook, you're always putting in your ideas of what you need to do next so that you can prioritize it on your focusers. The reason I say that is I don't feel a sense of urgency on anything that the gentleman does. I think that he has
How long has he been with you?
Oh, he's been with us for about 45 days. This is this project with the maintenance plan. It's really one of the first big projects I placed on his lap. The reason that now my one individual in South Africa, she's chomping at the bit to do these type of projects, but until she's been on with me for any length of time, I don't want her to have any access to any of my clients' financial information yet.
Okay. So here's the thing that the guidance I'm going to give you on this.
Yes.
And you put it through your lens, okay? But my sense is when I feel like someone isn't actually working at the level that I want that person to work at, it doesn't actually change. Now, a lot of people have the school them up perspective, and I have that when I have a base level that the person is going to work out. Okay? And this is like this is like their way of asking, and what I'm picking up is the way they're asking questions, the way they are communicating with me, the speed and agility with which they do things. Like there are all these nuances in how someone responds where you can go, that's in alignment with how I like to work. They just need to learn the job. They just need to be schooled up in how I want it done, or I need to do better communication on this. But you said he doesn't have enough urgency. And that's an important piece for you, Shannon. It's not like you want everyone urgency driven, right? But this is a time critical project and he is not activated around it. He doesn't understand the importance of it. And I want you to pay attention to that and not invest 3 months, 4 months in this person if they're not the right person for the position.
And my response back to that is one of the reasons that I'm getting far more urgent on a salesperson is that this was going to be, I will be giving my salesperson, at least my initial one coming in, this is going to be one of that person's key incentive-driven projects. Because when it comes to maintenance plan, it's a burr under your saddle for about 6 weeks out of the year. So it's not a 24/7. And what I hired this gentleman to do was not necessarily to do what I have him doing right now. So I have to keep that in the back of my mind too. And what I am learning, because I always want to give people some projects to see if where I have them at is, where I hired them and where I have them at, that they're doing decent at, that's their cap. All that I'm learning is that the position he's in right now as an office assistant and a doer, an implementer of small projects, that's all that I've learned here. So I've learned a lot from giving him this trial. Because what I'm noticing is
I didn't quite catch what you said. Are you saying that he is good at that role or is not good at that role? Maintenance projects aside. Maintenance project aside, he is the type of individual that, he thrives on being given one and done projects, kind of sort of, okay, I need you to do this copy project. Okay, done. I need you to do this mailing project, done. What I'm noticing is if he has more than one project, he can't prioritize in his focusing, and he goes for whatever's more comfortable without being able to also realize urgency. So one of the things I was stating is, because I hired him basically just as a individual that's going to be opening the mail, doing all of our scanning, doing our copying, doing our mailing. So yeah. I get it. What I want you to do is I just want you to plug in and ask yourself, is this the right person for this position? At this level, for this role, do you want to be teaching him how to prioritize? And the answer might be yes, or the answer might be no.
Yeah, and the answer honestly is no. In my mind, if it's someone that does standard projects like the maintenance plan, I shouldn't have to explain prioritization in my mind. Now, part of this
you've given him a deadline and told him when it's due by?
Oh, yes, because when it was like 4:10 and I realized he had not finished processing the payments, I'm like, all these payments have to be processed before the end of the day. So I applaud him. He stayed late to do it,
Okay.
So I applaud him on that. But now I've got to make sure that he does the rest of the steps in the follow-ups and et cetera. So,
Okay. So you need to do a little assessment on your communication, right? Because some people don't know, right? Like, okay, I'm going to pace this out for the rest of the week, blah, 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 blah. Like, she just told me to get it done, but I don't know when it's due by. So that could be a communication
it could be. It
issue
could be.
on yours. Okay. Well, then that's fair enough. I would keep this conversation in mind and watch your communication, making sure that it's super, super clear. And if it's super, super clear and there's still issues, then you need to make an adjustment, okay? Because you deserve to have rock stars at every level, okay? Like the rock star at a front office level is different than the rock star at a sales level or a attorney level. It's just a different level, but you deserve to have a rock star at that front office place. And if this is not the person, better to make that adjustment sooner than later.
Agreed. Cool. Well, thank you for your time as always, my friend.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for Coaching Uncut. If you loved what you learned today, please leave us a comment and let us know. We always love a thumbs up or a 5-star review, so thank you in advance for that. And if you want to take your life and your business to the next level and it's time to scale, please reach out to us and schedule a consult at theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. So that's theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. See you in the next episode. Rock it out and be unstoppable.